Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's May 28th. We are coming up very close to the end of the month. I wanted to do a market analysis, show you guys new projects and new metas that I'm interested in, and just some other opportunities that I find in the market that are extremely underrated or overlooked or have a big upside from my perspective, right? So again, not financial advice, just wanted to give you a thought and a insight of what I see happening in the market. Let's get started. All right, first things first, I wanted to show you all this visual of exactly how I'm thinking of Degen, the project, as a perspective of, this is a growing burgeoning ecosystem that is finally catching stride, in my opinion. And I think it's extremely undervalued, right? I think it's extremely undervalued for many reasons, one of which is it is the largest ecosystem coin on the base ecosystem, right? And it is a new narrative, which is the L3 narrative. I've talked about this before, dgen layer 3, right? Layer 3s are this new thing that has come out only recently, which is that if you are part of the base ecosystem, right? So remember, base is this new ecosystem, which is a L2 on Ethereum, right? Layer 2s just means that um, it's a it's a it's a layer 2 project ecosystem under the Ethereum umbrella. What layer 3 means is it's also under the Ethereum umbrella, but it's also going through and posting transactions to layer 2s first. So Degen, for example, will post transactions, up to the layer 2s, and then that goes to the layer 1s, right? So in fact, it actually becomes even cheaper on a per transaction basis to transact on the layer 3, which is dgen. And by the way, dgen L3 is the only L3 that exists as of right now. By the end of this year, I would probably figure that there's at least 10, upwards of 20 more layer 3s. But for now, dgen chain has the upper hand. Not only does it have the upper hand because it's the only L3, but its tipping phenomenon, this rain degen tipping phenomenon, is heavily embedded into the Warpcast ecosystem. Warpcast, once again, is a new Web3 Twitter. It's basically like Twitter, but to more of a niche audience, people who are building and discussing crypto and building on the Web3 world and talking about NFTs and meme coins and DeFi, etc. Very, very crypto centric, which I love. Right? I spend a majority of my time on here, and people that I interact with, talk to, I will tip them or they will tip me, whether it's these ham little tokens or other people will tip me degen tokens, like, getting 500 degen for just posting informational content or content that other people find fun, interesting, memes, infographics, anything that I post that actually has value to other people, they may or may not tip me. So I think that's a very incredible attribute of the degen chain, right? So one thing that I want to talk about is, what is the value prop of degen chain? What is the potential upside of degen chain? Now, again, this is my perspective. This is not financial advice. I am of the opinion that Cardano, and not just Cardano, Avalanche, Polkadot, possibly even like Matic. These are all Litecoin. I mean, if you go down the list of like the top 50 or 100, most of this stuff is just complete, hollowed out crap. There's not really that many users. There's not that many transactions to justify these valuations at these market caps, period. Right? It's just not. Degen right now sits at a 290 million market cap, yet it has thousands and thousands of users. It has the distribution effects of having tipping as a phenomenon right through Warpcast. It is a layer 3, which means the transaction costs and speed are on par with Solana. I know this from personal experience, and many people know this from personal experience too. I'm a huge fan of Solana. I still use Solana, but Degen Chain, because it's under the Ethereum umbrella, I feel like it has way, way more upside potential. What is that upside potential, right? How do we value that? Well, if Cardano as a market cap asset is worth $18 billion, if I'm not mistaken, I think it is, right? Cardano is worth, okay, 16 billion, whatever, right? A couple of days back, I think it was 18. But if it's worth anywhere between 16 to 20 billion dollars, and Degen as an ecosystem sits at 300 million, that's a pretty large gap that needs to be filled. Maybe Degen can get all the way to the 18, but maybe it stops somewhere in the middle, by the end of this bull cycle. Maybe it's 3 billion, maybe it's 5 billion, right? That's still huge, huge multiples from where we are. A 5 billion market cap from today's prices is, 15 or 20x, right? That's still huge, So this is kind of how I'm looking at the Degen ecosystem, and I'm trying to tell people that if you look at the top 10, top 100 crypto market cap assets, if you really think that this bull market will actually start to bring about new narratives, well, I think one of the most underrated narratives right now is how well Degen as an ecosystem is doing, and as a new concept is doing, which is the layer 3 concept. The other cool thing about Degen is that it is, if we go to the base ecosystem, right? Let's go to the base ecosystem. Degen is actually one of the largest assets on the Degen on the base ecosystem. Where the heck is it? It's right there. It's one of the largest assets. I don't know about these. I guess I totally forgot that there's other meme coins and stuff, because some of these are actually on Ethereum, but then you can also place them on base. So point is, sure, there are other larger market cap coins bigger than Degen, but let's just say it's top 10, right? I really think it's more like top 3 in terms of market cap. But the other ones that are ahead of Degen, I still think that they are extremely overvalued, and Degen itself is extremely undervalued. Right now, that could be my own bias, but the reality is something like a new layer 3 ecosystem is extremely difficult to value. And because it's difficult to value, I think there's a lot of potential in it. When things are more and more difficult to value, like we know how to value meme coins to a certain degree, right? Like they're mostly just attention and momentum based. Any new week, any new month, a new flavor comes in, whether it's a dog, cat, green alien, whatever, right? And that takes hold of the new meta, the new attention economy, right? We also know how to value DeFi products like Iridome or Uniswap or SushiSwap, right? So we know how to value some of these things. We also know how to value, ecosystems like Solana or Ethereum, Cardano for that matter, Matic, and then Degen. And the way Degen is growing on an ecosystem basis, on user basis, I see no reason why it cannot catch up to the Cardano ecosystem, because Cardano or Polygon, Matic, Polkadot, all these are, in my opinion, dead, right? Or they're dying. And dead or dying means that there is a spot for Degen ecosystem to be somewhere up here in the top 20 market cap assets or the top 10 market cap assets. Okay, so that's my general thesis of, my big pick for this year, right? Which is the Degen ecosystem. Again, not financial advice. Please do your own research, but this is how I've allocated my bets. Okay, now moving on. Okay, there's other aspects of the market that are still extremely hungry for more yield, more risk on potential more narratives that are, still alive and thriving, which are meme coins, right? So as we see, WIF and Bonk and Pepe, these have all done, extremely well over the past few weeks. And they're slowly breaking out. We see meme coins at large, doing pretty massive numbers, right? Even Dogecoin is still, a top 10 market cap asset. Bonk is also, top 25 or 30 market cap meme coin. So these are all assets that are still highly valued and prized in the um, crypto world, right? In the crypto attention economy. So make sure you guys pay attention to that. Now, the other thing I've spoken about before is, pay attention to the politifi meme coins, right? Like, so we have the Trump token. So this token right here, the MAGA token, is also multi-chain, right? So you can see it's also on Solana. Okay, so this MAGA token is on Solana, same thing, right? And it's also on um, Ethereum, the ecosystem. Okay. And it's currently valued at 570 million. Same thing. I think we can find that it's also on, I think it's also on base, if I'm not mistaken. Well, it's on BNB. So it's pretty much like on most large ecosystems. Yeah, here it is. It's on base too, right? See base. So it's on base, it's on Ethereum, it's on Solana, and it's on BNB, right? So it's on the largest ecosystems that are already out there. The market cap, I wouldn't focus on the market cap of the individual ecosystem. I would actually focus on the one that is the highest liquidity, and the highest market cap, in fact. So I actually think that the real market cap, even if you pick the one on Solana, right, it says 32 million, it's the same token. But the one on Ethereum says that it is a 50 million market cap, right? Not 50 million, sorry, 500 million. What the heck is going on with Dex Screener? I hate Dex Screener sometimes. Man, this thing messes up so much. Does it mess up for you guys, or is it just me? I feel like half the time I'm waiting for the pair to load or things going bad. But in any case, right? So you guys get the gist of it, right? The politifi coins, okay? So let's go back to watch list. Let's go to Dex Screener. Let me see here. Okay, well, clearly it's not loading. Let's see if we can go to Dex Tools. Dex Tools is not bad either, but yeah, I mean, a lot of these screeners, like, they're kind of dog shit. They don't really work that well. It's kind of annoying, you know. But anyway, so what were we looking at? We were looking at Trump, right? That MAGA token. So you can kind of see that it sits here, liquidity at 11 million, right? And it's on Ethereum. Okay. Then there's this one on Solana, liquidity at 862,000. Okay. It's on Pancake Swap or BNB chain, liquidity at 500K. And then base chain, right? Liquidity at 365K. But for the most part, you want to focus on the one with the largest market cap and the largest liquidity, because this token here on this chain will ultimately dictate how liquidity and the market cap and the momentum fares on other chains. Okay. The reason I'm mentioning this is because it is important to set up the next Trump related tokens or Biden related tokens or politician related tokens, right? These are the biggest market cap ones, and you definitely want to focus on these if you are interested in buying the Trump tokens. And there's another group and a cohort of tokens which are also, in my opinion, good. And that's this one right here. Let me see if I can find the Trump Soul one. I think it's, where is it? Let me see where I can find it. I think you got to go to their Trump Solana coin. I like these guys because I saw them sort of grind it out in um, January or February because their dev like rugged. So I like this community as a whole just because they're smart, hardworking individuals and they pretty much put together their own money. I actually supplied some of my own tokens and money for the market making of this coin. So this one is, also doing relatively decent, right? 3 million market cap, 350K liquidity lock. That's a really good liquidity to market cap ratio, by the way. 5,500 holders. I think that's pretty solid. Um, and yeah, as you can see, when it started off in January or February right here, it spiked up all the way to like, 8 to 10 million up here, came back down just about 5, 6 days ago, pulling back. So if it starts to move on up at 3 million market cap compared to the other Trump token, which was I showed you at, 500 million, this one has way more upside. But again, the lower you go on the risk curve of market cap and lower market cap and lower liquidity, the higher the risk is that things may not move at all. This may not catch the bid or attention as you may think. It might be a rug. I don't think it's a rug because the liquidity is actually locked. The community is active and doing well. So sure, the token will live on, but will it outperform the other token, like this MAGA token? That I don't know. Right. But again, I'm just providing you guys optionality of, potential um Trump or Biden related tokens. I'll show you the Biden related tokens, but let me get through one more. That's this one right here, which is the MAGA one on base. So this one is even lower market cap, right? It's only 13K market cap, but 12K liquidity is already locked. So the floor is like, I don't know, 8 to 10K liquidity is already locked. They have way lesser of a holder account. But again, this is all up to your risk, right? Which is that do you believe that these tokens are going to catch a bid? The Trump tokens, and if so, which one? And do you want to get in super early where the market cap is really low, like it is here? And this is the MAGA token. I think you could find it on base. MAGA WETH is a pair. I forgot what their website is. Let me see if they have a website. Let's see. I don't know. I can't find the website. But anyway, you get the gist of it, right? Point is, you can go up the risk curve. You have a MAGA Trump token trading at 13K market cap, or you have the one on Solana trading at 3 million market cap. Again, liquidity is still locked, good community. Same thing with the other one, right? The other MAGA token. And then you have this other MAGA, which is on the Ethereum ecosystem, which trades at 500 million. So I wanted to give you guys sort of, different market cap levels for the token. Now you can buy all three if you think one or all of them might go up, but you want to balance out the risk. And then you have, of course, the Biden token, right? Like the Biden token, again, all politics related, if you're into that thing. I think political tokens are definitely going to be the talk of the town, especially as this year is going to be gearing up for the election, the debates, a whole lot of media attention to both Biden and Trump. So I think it's going to fare really well. So you have this token right here, which is, the Biden token, right? And then you have Bowden, which is the most famous meme. This one trades on Solana, currently trading at 186 million market cap, right? 3 million liquidity locked, and then of course 41,000 holders, So you have different options. I personally think you don't want to limit yourself to either just Biden or just Trump. It's all really about like momentum, right? In any given week, one week Trump could have the momentum and you see Trump tokens popping off. The next month you see Biden or Bowden tokens taking off because he has a momentum. right? Don't get too political about this stuff. Just think about we're in the crypto space. You're in a amazing space where you get to basically make money off where the attention and momentum goes, right? That's how I would think of it. Do not buy into, one candidate is better than the other, and you definitely think Trump tokens are going to go up to 1 billion or whatever. I don't buy that crap, right? I just think, okay, how can I find the momentum and make money off this? Is it funny? Is it memeable? Is the community good? Can I get rugged? Those are my main concerns. Okay, so none of this is financial advice, but that's what I want to give you all a rundown, right? Politify, meme coin tokens. Okay. Now you have just the macro outlook on not only BTC, but um, equity markets, dollar, etc. Right? So let's go through that real quick. Okay. So on BTC, you have still somewhat of a range being carved out here. There's really not a whole lot that has happened here other than staying range bound. We're now closer to the range high than we were beginning of the month, which was the range low, which is a good thing, right? We're traveling slowly higher and higher. Once we do get the breakout, right, up here, okay, I've kind of talked about this before. And by the way, there's another meme coin that I bought into a little bit. I only threw like 500 bucks into it, but Wojak. Yesterday I bought in around like 145. Today it's trading at 154. So I mean, I'm not up that much. We'll see if it actually does do well. I figured like, okay, well, it's up, 50, 60% yesterday. I was like, okay, if it has momentum, let's see how much momentum it has, right? Anyway, so yeah, I just took a stab at it, not financial advice, just letting y'all know. All right. Now, going back to the analysis, okay? With Bitcoin and stuff. So I've talked about this scenario before where I said that, I like focusing on the pi cycle indicator. It's just an indicator about momentum exhaustion when things are really, really extreme, like extreme overstretched price action to extreme understretched, or let's just say overstretched on the downside. So both upside and the downside, and the pi cycle indicator based on its, longer term sort of moving averages has been pretty spot on from like the 2014, 15 era to give us, areas of support and continuation and trends and breakdown in trends and momentum. So it's been pretty spot on in that respect. Right now we're at this, weird culmination point in BTC where prices are stalling near, 65, 70K. And we're trying to figure out, are we going to be in this green scenario where we really take off like we did here in 2017? Or are we going to be in this orange scenario where we maybe chop around for like another, half a year or something? We go sideways and down. Then we break out of um, the 75K and then go all the way up to 150, 200K by the end of next year. Right. So one of these scenarios is kind of what I'm paying attention to. Now, right now, I'll be honest, even though I'm kind of rooting for scenario one, and the reason I'm rooting for scenario one is not because I want more pain or longer sideways. It's more that it's this scenario right here, this orange one is way more sustainable, and you will find way more time and narratives to flip between stuff. Like this month, it may be meme coins. Next month, it might be RWAs. 3 months from now, it may be DeFi. 6 months from now, it may be gaming. So all the different sectors actually get to go up separately, and projects get to build, and they have a longer timeline to keep building. So you actually get to make more money that way versus like, in this tight move right here in this green scenario, sure, everything will go up, but it may not go up as much as this scenario right here, where BTC takes a longer time sideways, but alts are breaking out because so many things are being built in the altcoin world. So many narratives and new metas and, money is flowing to different altcoin sectors. So anyway, point is, I think green might be the more likely scenario this year, which is I think we will have an accelerated cycle. BTC quite possibly by the end of this year may go up to, 120, 150K, something like that. And you'll have your different metas. Like I said, you have Wojak and your meme coin meta. Then you have your um RWA meta, which is things like Ondo Finance. Ondo is bringing things like treasury bills and bonds, and quite possibly real estate on the Ondo um, platform, right? So I think it's really cool that they're doing that. You have other RWA category assets. See, like Ondo's the first one, Pendle's another, Mantra, Track, um, Maple Finance, which is again, kind of like um, your DeFi style platform. So tons of different stuff that is really being built in a very, phenomenal way in the real world asset sector, right? Then of course you have things within DeFi, the DEXs. AI is obviously going to be a huge narrative, right? Numeraire is probably one of my famously picked projects from late last year and a couple of months back or a couple of weeks back too. It's basically like a project where there's all these data scientists and extremely smart people in the world, and they stake their Numeraire token. So first, make sure you guys check out Ondo Finance. Okay, so all these projects I'm talking about, Numeraire. All right. So you have Ondo Finance, again, institutional grade finance now on chain, bringing, as you can see, treasuries, dollar yield, stuff that you can capture um, when you're outside of crypto. Like these products are not that easy to access, but within crypto, they're making it easier to access, right? Same thing with Numeraire. This is basically a product where data scientists and people all over the world are competing to predict the stock market and see who has the best returns, right? So again, another AI product. You have other products in AI like Fetch. Fetch, I remember talking about way back in like November, December 2022. That thing was like less than 10 cents. Now it's $2.25, right? Almost a 25x, which is huge. Ori chain, same thing within the AI space. Ajax, I think Singularity, everybody knows about Ajax back from the 2021, 2022 days. So yeah, and then you have, DPIN too. Like DPIN is another big narrative, you know, decentralized physical infrastructure networks, where you can decentralize things like your GPUs, energy. I think Hive Mapper here, oops, Hive Mapper, they have like these dashboard cams, kind of like, you know, the way you map out Google Maps or Apple Maps, they're trying to map out the world through a decentralized manner, which is through Hive Mapper. Helium is very similar to Honey, to Hive Mapper, but they're trying to do it for wireless. So like, you have this wireless device in your home and you're trying to give wireless access to the world um, from your device to create this bigger mesh network. So more and more people, as they join Helium or Hive Mapper, those network and distribution effects take place. And those tokens might be worth a lot more. Same thing with Render, right? Like Render is GPU decentralization. Um, Filecoin, obviously, that's storage decentralization. Actually, you guys should definitely look into Arweave because Arweave is actually also storage decentralization, but what they're trying to do is they're trying to add like an AI element to Arweave. So if you go to let's see, Arweave, all right, they're trying to add like this AI element to their ecosystem. And I think that's really cool because you add such a big dimension to your business when you just go from a basic, oh, I'm a decentralized storage solution to, hey, I'm trying to add AI solutions, maybe a DPIN solution, all kinds of really cool stuff onto Arweave, right? So anyway, look into it, do your own research. But these are the things that, I'm currently watching, right? BTC is still, range bound, but one of the more positive things is like I think Ethereum is ready to, start breaking out, right? I think Ethereum quite likely would break out sooner than BTC, in my opinion, especially because, it had its ETF approval. Now we need to see how the flows for Ethereum start. Are they going to be slow? Are they going to be bullish? Is it going to be as strong as BTC flows? Like you guys know, you can go here on Farside and you can see all the Bitcoin related ETF flows, right? From BlackRock to ARK to Fidelity to GBTC. All these are different flows of, who's buying, who's selling, how much, in institutional size, right? Which is great. Now we'll get to see also what the Ethereum ETF is going to be, right? Which I think is going to be also quite phenomenal. I'm excited to see what kind of flows take place. Same thing with BlackRock and Fidelity and Bitwise, ARK, VanEck. All these guys are going to be competing for institutional dollars, right? From people's 401ks to pensions to stock, broker accounts. How will they buy the Ethereum ETF? Will they buy it? If so, in what size? So I'm super excited for that. And I think that's really, really bullish. I think Ethereum having its ETF, in my opinion, is more bullish for the rest of crypto, like especially altcoins, than Bitcoin is, right? Or rather, Bitcoin's ETF. I know that's a bold statement, but that's how I see it. So anyway, um, this is my thoughts on the market, right? Big pick, degen. I think Ethereum is really bullish. I think BTC staying range bound is going to give altcoins a chance to rally in different sectors. I think you still want to be paying attention to meme coins, like these meme coins, like I said, Bonk and Pepe and Whiff, of course, Wojak and all these, Shiba Inus, like they might start taking off. And if they start taking off, well, that's where the money and attention is going. Can't really fight that. Um, then you have, the Ondo finances of the world to the numeraires, the depend solutions, the AI solutions that I spoke about, from Arweave to Numeraire to Fetch. So yeah, lots of really fascinating stuff out there. Make sure you stay active in the crypto ecosystem. My Discord link is below if you do want to join. I post a lot of my, private thoughts really in my Discord, especially positions I'm taking. I don't really make those public all that much. Sometimes like, in a very niche way, like if I find something quickly, I might post it on Warpcast. Like for example, I've been a huge fan of ATH, which is it's actually a meme coin in the degen ecosystem. And I'm working directly with the team. And I find that the team is really engaged and no one is really just like money hungry, just a bunch of nice guys. And we're really not even getting paid to work on this, meme coin project. But all of us want growth and success for this project because it would be cool. If you look on the degen ecosystem, there's really not a whole lot going on, right? Like if I go here, okay, so let me go to the degen ecosystem here. Let me see here. Where is it? There it is. There's a degen chain, right? Kind of from a market cap perspective, there's a very few altcoins that are actually doing anything. If you look at how many transactions have taken place, how much is the volume, it's like very, very low, you know. So if you look at ATH, which is the coin that I was just mentioning, this is a coin that I'm sort of personally focusing on helping the team with. And I figured, okay, if I want to do something related to a meme coin, I might as well, first of all, I'm doing it for free. In fact, my own money is going to come out of my own pocket to help this ATH coin be successful, right? And that'll be nice. Like it'll feel good as a badge of honor that, hey, I helped, a meme coin on a very small chain like the degen chain succeed, more so than all this other stuff that's taking up attention or time or money, right? And I'll feel good about that. So that's why I'm constantly working with different teams to figure out what I can do as a value add. ATH is a pretty cool meme coin. I'm focusing on it. Look into it, right? Spend time on the dgen ecosystem, see what's going on. Like I said, this is my big pick for this year. And anything under the dgen ecosystem, I'm doing my best to stay, aware of what's going on in the ecosystem, what I can buy, which meme coins I can help, which projects I can help. So I'm directly being involved as much as possible, and you can too. All you got to do is just join Warpcast, get involved in the conversation, right? 2-3 months back, I had maybe like 20 followers, and now I have close to 1,000. There's nothing special about things that I'm writing. It's just all the stuff that I already wrote on Twitter. It's just here, we're all a tight-knit community, right? We're all sharing content and ideas and, new projects being built. And, it's like a small family, a small crypto Web3 family. So come join. My invite link is below. Shoot me a message if you join, and we will chat soon. Good luck, everybody. Take care. Cheers. And yeah, we will talk real soon. Let's see if this comes true. Hopefully by the end of this year or maybe next year. Cheers. Take care.